difference what you're going through. You're gonna make it. God's gonna see you through. Hold your head up, put a smile on your face. This is another test. It won't last always. So get ready. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Get ready. For your blessing, for your blessing, get ready for your miracle, for your miracle. I know you've been hurting deep down inside. Let me encourage you, it's gonna be alright. Troubles and trials come to make you strong. Keep on believing, you keep holding on. Get ready. For your blessing, for your blessing, get ready for your miracle, for your miracle, get ready for your blessing, for your blessing, get ready for your miracle, for your miracle. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
See you, Jesus. Praise God. That's Norman Hutchins. Just go on YouTube and pull up Norman H-U and it should pop right up, Hutchins. And this dude is off the chain. I want to thank him for allowing me to use his music for the intro and the outro. And hopefully that his career will continue to flourish. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things should be added unto you. The broadcast this morning is going to be off the chain. It's all about the youth. It's about all of us, right? But teaching some quality ways and some values and street savvy principles for your youth. And believe me, it's for more than just your youth. But I want to kind of go over, recap a little bit about yesterday. And we was talking about distribution, which to me is like retailing, and then mass distribution, which is wholesaling. That is the bomb, folks. We have an opportunity to recruit more of our youth, our 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, our 18, 20, 22, 25, 30-year-olds. They are hurting. They're up for a blessing too. God's got a blessing. I believe that our careers as parents, as husband and wives, for our children are going to prosper. I believe God puts us all on this planet for a reason. I mean, we're here for a reason. And, not just a season. And once we realize what's really at stake and what we can do about it to change the fabric of our society, we're all gonna win. We're all gonna win. I'm a true believer. This is the thing about working in the kingdom of God. He needs believers. And the more we believe, the more we achieve. And it's just so right. Hey, beautiful, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing outstanding, thank you. It's just the right thing to do for our youth is to give them, encourage them that things are going to change, that they too got blessings. I mean, we go through this whole life and say, what's wrong with these kids? What's wrong with them? You look in the mirror real quick and you start saying, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not doing enough to help my child and other people's children to prosper in all areas of their life. That they too can have the finer things in life just like us. They look at us and they see us having, we got the car, we got the house, we got all these material things. And they say, well, when is it my turn to have it? And I tell kids right now, my kid, any of them, my son Jay, I told Jay, By the time he's 16, he can have a brand new car, but he's going to pay for it. I mean, I said, would you like to have that? He said, yeah. You know, I'm not going to buy him a brand new Camaro. He wants a Camaro. You know? Well, I'm just going to give him, here, $40,000, go buy you a Camaro. You know, it ain't going to happen. No. I want him to earn his way through. And he can, but he can't earn his way through unless he's somewhat educated. You got to educate people to do that, to get the finer things in life. So remember now, mass distribution is the key. Congratulations to my boy Patrick Julian up in Flint, Michigan. He sold his first 100 pieces. You know, he's not the only associate, you know, I got out there doing that kind of thing. But it's just like anything else. It's like your firstborn, you know, your first car. I mean, you're excited about that, right? Your first love, right? And you get excited about that, and he should be off the chain excited about that accomplishment. Not everybody can, you know, muster up the tenacity inside them to say, I can do it, you know? And, you know, and I feel that he already had the working parts in place. He had the attitude, he had the encouragement, he had the strength to want to do it. All you need was some information. So you take the information that I've given Patrick and countless others, you know, the list goes on and on and on. I mean, he's more in my life. He's the more recent, even like Keith, you know, they're the recent Cliff. They're right here, they're right now, you know. So to be able to see them transform the words and the lessons that I've taught so far, and then apply it to their life is. I tell you, I get more gratification out of it than them. I really believe that. I am so happy when people tell me that things, and I know, I'm not taking the glory for it. God gets the glory, right? But to be able to utilize me, and use me and utilize me, I have countless people that went from jobs to self-employment. And for me to tell somebody like, you know, Julian, you won't be in this position next year, is, you know, and really me saying it and him wanting it, opportunity and work at the same time when it hits, at the same time, boom, you have nothing but pure success at its highest peak. That means the closest thing to godliness that you can ever get and receive in your lifetime. That you can see it, you begin to believe it, and then you achieve it. And it's a phenomenal process to get there. But the thing is, now, how do we get our babies to do it? You know? How do we get you to do it? How to go, I got a display, I got a couple of burners. You know, that's not going to get you where you want to go, right? It's just the beginning. And then it begins to process itself. You realize, you know, wait a minute, I can do better at this. You know, all I can do is apply myself a little bit more. Let me start using my social media. Have you used your social media yet? Mm-hmm. See? And you just do it every day. Hey, don't forget, you know, I started my own company. I got these new fragrances, you know, come and get it, you know? And that's it. And all of a sudden it's just starts taking on a whole life of its own. And that's the way it is, right? So we're going to teach some etiquette, some street etiquette, and, you know, some college knowledge stuff as well. And if it hits you the right way, just chime on in. 404-578-3549. Oh, no, that's my cell. 404-286-6700. That's 404-286-6700. Let's get this ball rolling, okay? Let's get it bouncing. Okay? Now, one of the first things I want to talk about, the 3 things we need to know to be successful. So we're going to get that out of the way, okay? First of all, you have to know that you can do it. You got an idea. You got to know that you can do it. You say, I can do it. I can do it. It might not be allowed I can do it. Tell your kids. Tell other children. All you got to do is just know you can do it. Can you do it? And they say, yeah, I can do it. And they might say real soft, yeah, I can do it. Right? And then things start happening. I say, can you do it? And they say, yeah, I can do it. You know? So that's the first thing, just knowing that you can do it, right? And you must have the product, right, that makes sense. You got to be a product and a service that makes sense to them. It's simple, it's easy. You know, you're not stressed out about it. You're not going to use your whole checking account. And, you know, you ain't spending all your money. Man, you taking all my money, right? There's an old saying around there, too. That when people say, you're taking all my money, I said, well, you're taking all my product. See, it's a give and take. See, but the point is, when they spend that money with me, and they think they're giving it all to me, there's profits in the products that I sell them. So they can make money. So the money they have in their hand or their pocket is more valuable when they give it to me. It's not like empty hole like when somebody buy rims or something. They put a $1,500 worth of rims on a $250 car. Okay, so they're not just throwing their money away, right? Okay. But now we're going to get to the nitty gritty, okay? Now you heard me say this before, and I'm going to say it again. And I think the more we say it to our young folks and our older folks too, if you're going to be a leader, you remember that? You remember? If you're going to be a leader, be a great leader?
Oh, yes.
But what's the second part? But if you're going to be a follower, follow a great leader.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So why would you follow a bum? You see this leader, he's a great leader. Do you look up to me?
Yes.
You see I'm doing great things. You see I'm taking care of my business,
yes.
right? And I'm leading you somewhere. But you're going to say, no, I don't see you as my great leader. You're going to follow a great leader. But if I wasn't doing that good, I was a bum and I was scagging teeth off behind my mouth. And I said, come on, over here, let me show you a way. He said, no. So if you're going to be a leader, be a great leader. Second part. If you're going to be a follower, follow a great leader. So does that make sense?
Yes.
Well, why would you waste that valuable time? Because that's what's more precious than anything, is time. You know, people talk about money all the time. That money may be important, but what's more important is time. Because if you don't have time to spend it, you're out. You're out of the game. All right? So just remember that. Time is more valuable than money. Teach your children your time. The time that it takes for you to get through college, get your education. Take that time to get that learning curve out of the way. So now, the other time is going to be on what? Prospering, right? Let your children know that. Here we go. Missed opportunity over lost opportunity. Okay? When you miss the opportunity, what happens? Look here, I'm talking. We over here doing a lesson here. What happens when you miss opportunity? Yeah, you miss out on it and it goes to somebody else. It's not really lost. It's just you missed it. You didn't want it. Okay. Somebody else is taking advantage of it. Yeah. And don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't hate. Right? You missed the opportunity. It goes on to somebody else. But what's a lost opportunity? I mean, just think about it. It's an opportunity that was yours, and you'll never get it again. It was just for you. You had that opportunity. You lost it. And it was something that God has blessed you with, and you didn't act on it, and you lost it. It doesn't pass on, because God gives us all, like this opportunity to do a broadcast like this, to, you know, it would have been a lost opportunity for me if I never did it. You know, to be able to communicate with the masses, even the classes and the masses, and showing them different techniques and opportunities and stuff, it's off the chain. I mean, this is something that God has blessed me with. And I'm using my time to get across. I'm not going to lose this opportunity. Because if I miss it, somebody else is going to do a show, right? They do broadcasts. May not, somebody. But it's lost when it's only going to take one person to change everything. I mean, there's a lot. Let's say Jesus. Let's use his name. He changed something. We'll use his name, right? Martin Luther King, right? Barack Obama. Opportunity. He could have squandered his time, playing around God, right? But it was meant for him. It was meant for him to be the first black president of the United States of America, which he wasn't the first. Did you know that? You don't know no other black president? It's John Hanson. If you don't believe me, look it up. They brushed that one under the rug. I think somebody give me a call in with 1880 something. He actually had the office of the United States of America. But you know that, see? They don't teach you that. They don't teach you about people like John Hanson, okay? They don't learn that in school. So we got that out of the way. Now we're going to get a little deeper with this thing now. It's getting ready to get kind of goofy, okay? But here we go. Mustard seed versus mustard tree. So we want to teach our children the things about the mustard seed. What do you know about the mustard seed? All you have to do is have the faith of what? See, you're learning something. When you have faith, all you have to do is have the faith of what? Of a mustard seed. You never heard that saying?
No.
Okay, mustard seed is one of the world's smallest seeds. Per capita, it yields the biggest tree. See, like a pine seed is like that, it's huge, right? There's seeds that are like that, they go in the ground. There's some seeds that small, and they make something this big. But the mustard seed is the smallest seed, but it yields the biggest tree per capita than any other tree on the planet. Now, I could be wrong, but I believe I'm right about that. Okay, write that down, let me know about that. Or make a comment in the box, let me know about that. But that's an old religious saying, have a faith of a mustard seed. Because it's the smallest little thing, right? You can't always see it, right? But that's what mustard is made from, a mustard seed, right? So that's the saying, have the faith of a mustard seed. But there's a problem with that saying. People spend their whole life being like a mustard seed. And I ask people, I said, when are you going to be a mustard tree? When are you going to yield seeds and spread that wealth that what God has given you, the seeds of life inside your brain? When are you going, or if you can, use that knowledge and wisdom to spread seeds now, that you're touching other people all around the globe. See, the thing is that we really designed, right, to really help each other. But the people that do, they're so selfish, they don't know nothing. They just selfish. And they really believe that, this was their world and that God put you here for yourself. God has put us on this planet to spread seeds. Not a lot of people are going to do that. Not a lot of people even going to even talk about a mustard seed and a mustard tree. It's almost like this situation where a mustard tree and a mustard seed, they're not even synonymous as far as I'm concerned with each other, right? So remember that. If you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can also have the faith of a mustard tree. Just think about that. But it's going to take a whole lot more work. Okay? Now we're getting to a little deeper into what we come here to really talk about, right? Here we go. You want to teach your children how to be a power broker. You know what that is, right? You think about that. What is that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the lead. Just to be a leader. You're a power broker. They know you in the room. They know you there. They know you helping them. They know you're moving. They know you're advancing them. They know you are a broker, a power broker. I talk to my son Jay. I tell him, I said, are you a follower or leader? Are you a follower or leader? Which one are you? You know, you got to be something. You're going to be either one of those. Or only rare that you're going to be both of them. Right? Because you're going to be a leader, be a great leader, right? But if you're going to be a follower, follow a great leader. How many great leaders do you know? I mean, really, I said, do you physically know? You know them, you follow them through. I mean, you just know this is a leader. You know they're making it happen. How many people you know like that? Two. That you physically can touch and say, and now if I'm going to follow somebody, it's going to be you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See, it's rare. There's not many. So the word power broker really means a lot when you really apply it to your children. You say, listen, I need you to be a power broker. I need you to go out and lead. Okay? Nothing wrong with following. Just make sure you follow somebody savvy and smart. Right? Okay? So we got that down to a science. Teach your children and teach other people's children that they're more better off being a power broker. You can walk in somebody's office, command attention, not only command it, also demand it. You demand it. You demand that attention. And they can see when you walk in that power that you possess. They can see it, right? But you ever see somebody, you say, man, they ain't nothing. They weak, man. You know a lot of weak people?
Yes.
No, plenty of those because the power brokers, there's not power brokers all around. There's not enough of us, right? We're getting deeper now. Here we go. Here we go. This is the part that really, as far as I'm concerned, where the rubber meets the road. Okay? This is, when we're talking about our youth and talking about the streets, because they deal with the streets now. You can't, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, you shelter them, right? But see, when they go to school, what's usually waiting for them at the school? Street people, thugs, all kinds of people, right? But the maneuver, to maneuver in the markets, I call that the street, the markets. When you get into that, the streets, there's a lot of things going on, right? A lot of dynamics that most people don't even know. They don't even realize what's going on. Not even talking about our youth now. So talking to our kids, now check this out. Never, tell your kids, never give your money back to the streets. Powerful language here, folks. Powerful language. What do you think I mean by that, Makia? Never give your money back to the streets. Never. Okay. You was learning.
Street vendors?
Oh, keep talking. Street vendors. Okay, but it's coming good. It's coming. It's not really what I'm looking for 100%, but that's good. You're thinking about it, right? So let's go a little further. Never give your money back to the streets. This is what it is. When you earn your money, your cash flow, like you're in business now, right? You got your small business, you're working your business, you're receiving those fives. But when you make a deal with somebody, you get that money out of them, you don't hang around them and say, hey, let me spend some money, let me take you to lunch. Or,
oh, okay.
You see, you got to watch how, because this is the deal. People are always after your money. So when you see things going, you can make bad deals. So you're making money, but you're losing money. You're making money, you're losing money. So never give your money back to the streets. See, a lot of times, a lot of our cats that's going to be selling our fragrance, really, I mean, just to make, I mean, what it is what it is. I just happen to have a product that people that smoke weed, people that smoke cigarettes, people that smoke cigars, and people have bad smells, right? Coming off, right?
Yes.
Bad smells. That I cater to those people. That's just the way it is. So I'm not going to hang around these weed smokers and start giving my money back.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm not going to go down the street. This is another one. You're making this hard-earned money, and then you just go out and blow it on some clothes and some shoes that you don't need.
Yeah.
That's giving your money back to the streets. You don't earn this. You struggle to get this money, and then you go out and blow it. That's giving your money back to the streets. Okay? Powerful, right?
Yes.
Think about this. We're going to take it to another level. Watching as your money comes in, you gotta say, always watch this. People are always trying to attack your dollars. I'm talking about creditors, people bills. They're always trying to create another avenue for you to spend your money. Unwisely though. If you're gonna spend your money, you want to tell your children to be wise how they spend it. See, always think of something that's going to appreciate. See, a lot of people don't know what that is. You know what appreciate means? See that now she's going to learn something today. When you're talking about, that's good though. Be grateful, she said grateful, but we're talking about money now. And money, what is it? Appreciate. That means it goes up in value.
Okay. Yeah.
Teach your children this. Every chance I get when I'm in a forum, this is the kind of stuff I gotta teach. Because what's the opposite of appreciation? Depreciation. So, what does that mean? Value, no value. Only has value to you because you want it. Right? So you buy a car, right? When you drive it off the lot, it depreciates. A lot of times, you're going out and spend your money on a $150,000 car. Now you really want this car, right? But as soon as you drive it off, it's only worth $75,000. That's the deal with that. I'm going to open up the lines at 404-286-6700. That's 404-286-6700. Now, if you want to work with me on touching some of these valuable information, we can extend it a little bit more, and because it's all about how to motivate our youth, right? Right? Motivate them, educate them, right? Then educate them. I think a youth got to be motivated to even want to deal with you. They don't even trust adults because we done let them down the wrong path. Anyway, yeah, we love our parents. I love my parents, right? But they ain't hardly do nothing for me. When it comes to me making money or have the value of learning about how to maneuver money and how to make money grow or anything, zero. How much you learned from your moms? Okay, about money. A lot. What did you learn about money? Because I already talked about appreciation.
Well, not to deal with money. Not like helping me get money.
Right. They just tell you how not to do it. Yeah. But see, there's a deal. There's a cutting edge deal on that. You can tell somebody a lot of different things, right? Mm-hmm. But if you don't show them how to apply it, that's another thing. If you don't have it to understand it, you're in the wrong. You're just going down this wrong path anyway. This is like me telling you, go get it. You need to get in business for yourself. Go on now. Go start a business for yourself. What are you gonna do? I'm just telling you what to do. You feeling me? I'm telling you what not to do with money. But as soon as you get the money, that's a different thing. That practical application of how to do it has to kick in. And it usually doesn't. It really doesn't. Okay? So, let's keep it cracking now. This is why I teach on Saturdays. You know, anybody here in the Atlanta area, so I'm going to get in here on Saturday morning, right around 10 o'clock, from like 10 to 11, whatever questions they want to ask, pick my brain, and I'll take them there. We got to motivate, educate, to do what? To duplicate We're going to teach our children to lead and duplicate themselves, duplicate the information. A lot of people learn stuff, and you know what they do? They keep it to themselves. They don't even understand that it's better to share it so that everybody else can get a little working knowledge of whatever you learn. But, huh? They don't want to share. Most people don't want you. But the greatest gift, one of them that God has given us outside life is to share. Because think about this. What if we got stranded and I had food, but I didn't have no clear understanding of how to share, and I just hoarded it for myself, right? Think about that. Think about the knowledge and the wisdom that we get, and then we don't share it. We just hoard it to ourselves, and we don't see the growth that we need. You thinking you're going to grow. You can't grow because you're growing your own right, but you'll prosper even more in anything that you do when you share information. You learn stuff from me. It's better off that you sit around a group, say, you know anything about appreciation? I said, no. Yeah, appreciate is like when I appreciate my mother. I said, what about when it comes to business? Do you understand what appreciation means? They said, no. And you share, they said, wow, damn, thank you. I'm a little bit smarter than I was a few seconds ago. Forget about it. Because it only takes seconds to teach somebody something that they need. You know, and when you're in business, the more you practice teaching business tactics, you're only going to prosper. People have a natural phenomenon that they gravitate towards you when you're teaching them something. You ever notice that? You're like, you know, if a teacher's teaching something, you really want to know more, what do? Stay after class if you really want to know, or you ask a few more questions, right? They see that you're interested. Now the teacher's more interested in you, right? And that's a natural phenomenon, right? Motivate, educate, duplicate, then comes success. And that's abbreviation of meds, right? We need medicine. That's our meds, you know? Motivate, educate, duplicate, success, right? And the more we practice motivation, educating, duplicating, more success, more success, more success, more success. And the youth it's in our best interest to teach these things to our kids. This is a great broadcast right here. Just imagine sharing this. See, this is what, social media has gotten it right. A lot of times it says share. You see, it's press the share button. Follow. See that follow button right there? You just follow, right? You want to try to get some friends? Follow me and Twitter. Follow me, right? Because it's important to do these things. We have to get social media just to teach us. And we do it like a monkey though. Monkey see, monkey do. We just do whatever because it's there. We think it's the right thing to do, so we click on it. But when it comes to practical application in life, we're stymied. We got to get our youth moving in a direction where they begin to really learn what their sharing means, really doing what that caring means, right? Really following great leaders, right? Getting behind somebody. There's a brother down in Plano, Texas. Okay? You go on my website, heavenlybodyproduct.com. Just go on there. I'm going to go on there right now real quick. And when you scroll down, you're on the home page, and there go my boy right there, Jerry Clark. Go on and look that up. Go and punch that in. Send yourself a memo. Share that. Tell people to get with Jerry Clark. Jerry Clark, the name of his organization is Club Rhino, right? Club Rhino, R-H-I-N-O, like rhinoceros, R-H-I-N-O, Club Rhino. And you get on there, and you see, the thing I like about Jerry, he's a little different from somebody like a Les Brown, because Jerry Clark, he teaches you the psychology, and he teaches you the practical application of how to get money through people and talking and communicating with people. You know, wait a minute now. That brings me up to another point. Speaking skills. This is why I tell people to go and take your phone and your camera, video, and video people, like your children, say, go ahead, tell me more about yourself. And get them talking, that they have proper etiquette on how to really communicate with people, right? Language is one of the greatest tools we have on the planet that help us make money. Huh? How you gonna make dough if you don't know? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you know it takes dough to make bread?
Yes.
You gotta, you need that dough, right? Start using that dough to make more bread, right? So you take that information, your speaking skills, and see, now I'm not a great oracle person, but you know, my grandmother, thank God for her, she used to, you know, she'll tap me. She'll tap me with a rule. If you don't say it like, I told you don't do that. Say it like this, you know? Speak. We don't always use our proper grammar, but you can always tell. And one of my greatest business associates, Keith Gatlin, he'll say, you don't know a person until they open their mouth, right? You ever know that? Say, they seem pleasant, they seem really nice, and then all of a sudden they start
talking.
You be like, oh my God!
Shut up.
I said, please shut up. I was in the lobby yesterday, and I have a rambunctious associate. Everything was cool because she wasn't talking there for me, but she was helping the lady. She came in for an interview, and she was real kind of pleasant talking about the product. And then all of a sudden she said something like, I'm gonna whoop your ass, something like that, to Mark or something like, don't get your ass whooped or something like that. And the lady looked, she kind of like looked at me and she tilted her body this way and said, oh, oh my God, right? So now the woman shuts down from her because she don't want to deal with this lady no more because she done showed herself. And that's usually what happens. That's why you gotta be careful. And I'm I can get there too. Anybody can get there, when this ignorant is there, right? So work on your language and how you use language. Now it's all about the youth. All of it. We always say the youth is our future. How many times you heard people say that craziness? Right. If the youth is our future, what are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? I know so many people that stay away from the youth. They don't want nothing to do with them. They just feel that the youth are lost. They're lost cause. There'll never be nobody. And it's a missed opportunity. In them people's case, it's lost. It's a lost opportunity. You got to look back at your own history. How was we brought up to deal with other people? How are our children going to be self-employed, right? If we don't teach them these practical tools, how to communicate with people. And then you wonder why your child is out and murdered somebody. Huh? They're out there stealing, right? Because there's a lot of little lesson in there, and it usually goes like this. You gotta teach them about legal. We gotta teach each other about morals. And we gotta put in what? The ethics. With those three tools right there, legal, moral, and ethical, we can change the way our nation look. We need to look within inside ourselves and say, what are we teaching our children? Are we teaching them never give your money back to the streets? Never give your money back to the streets. Always watch your re-up money. And one of my business associates came here early this morning, 6 o'clock, to drop off some product, and then to purchase some products. We do trade, right? And I said that. Give your money back to the streets and watch your re-up money. And he said, man, that's it right there. So what happens, people get into business, they get this money, and then they go right out and spend that money as fast as they can get it. And we don't teach the ethics and the morals that our children need. If we're not, like I said, if you're not mentoring a youth, just one, I said it, you suck. You suck at this life thing. You can't even, outside your busy schedule, to absolutely touch somebody. I touch my kid. When she's here, she's going to get some knowledge. She's going to get some power. Believe that. Because I don't want nobody hanging around me. You can't be on my team and you don't know how to be a teammate. You got to teach your youth how to be team and ball players and role players. It's another aspect of our lives that is truly a missing piece. The lines are open, 404-286-6700. That's 404-286-6700. If you want to be a part of this broadcast, chime on in, okay? Now, again, let's get back to some other things that really means a lot. Get your children, if not to be kind of manufacturers. Get them to invent something, to create something. They go and say, if they don't know how to cook, they don't know how to cook. But they know how to cook a little bit. They don't watch you enough, right? Say, make me something to eat. Go in there and make me something. Well, we ain't getting it. Is there any onions in there? Onions in there. Peppers. We got any eggs? Well, go and make me some. And let them stir that stuff up. Right? And then they be proud of something. And I said, this tastes good. This is great. Thank you. Get them to create some. Here's some lotion. I'm going to show you how I whipped up this lotion. Now I want you to make something. I want you to go over there. I want you to smell some of these products. And I want you to come out. I want you to do a blend for me. I want you to take half of one other product, half of another fragrance, and I want you to blend them for me. I want you to manufacture. And when you manufacture, I'm going to put that into the market. I'm going to let my friends smell it, my business associates. If they love it, we're going to utilize that. We're going to name it, whatever you like to name it, and then we're going to put it into the market. What do you think about that? Right idea, huh? Yes. Yeah, right. And that's what we need to get our children to master. The body oils, the burning oils, is one of the biggest push. You look at this electronic name tag. I feel like if you don't have one of these, baby, you ain't doing it. You ain't doing it. You're just playing games, right? Watch this. How many of you all have one of these electronic name tag? Watch this. This is how crazy it is. You gotta teach simple stuff. How many of you business associates, business partners out here that have magnetic signs on your vehicle? Simple. The name of your company, how to get in touch with you, and your slogan. when you get a chance, go on YouTube and look at my van. I don't know if any of you seen my van before, but I got pictures of my old vehicles. It didn't always look like that, but you know, I had always made sure I'm marketing myself. Marketing is the top of the food chain outside your brand. Teach your children how valuable they are because they're a brand. Make sure they understand that. You can make more money if you have a strong brand than not. Okay? See, fundraising. Listen, I talked to a lady down in Baton Rouge yesterday. One of my partners down there put me on the phone with her, and he wanted me to explain a little things about the fundraising. So we're talking about fundraisers, right? So I said, ma'am, let me tell you something. I said, this is bigger than a fundraiser. This is economic development. When you get to a point where something's going to make you residual income over and over and over again, the more you put it into the market, those people that you sold my Kia, are you going to sell them again? Most likely you're going to sell them again. They love the product, huh? Whoever bought that burner, now they're going to use that product up even quicker.
Yeah.
How fast you think she's going to call you back when she run out of it? Did you give her your number?
It's all day.
It's on. You all didn't hear that, did you? I said, did you give her your phone number? She said it's on the label. That's what she said on the thing.
Yeah, sorry.
But it's on the label, right? Because this is what I tell people all the time. When you private label for somebody, your life changes. I private label for you. So your name, your phone number's on there. Something's going to happen in a matter of time before your name gets out there, your brand gets out there, right? It doesn't matter if it's another brand. You're part of the brand. Your name and your phone number's on it. I have a lot of people that sell Chronic Killer, ChronicKiller.com, and they get their name and phone number on it. Imagine the phone calls they're getting. I mean, I'm talking about master distributors. I'm talking about master distributors now. These are people that are distributor and mass distributors, right? We're talking about mass distribution. It's all about the youth. You want to get to the point where you get to the point where you have youth. I'm talking about 18, 19, 20, especially those youth right there. These are the kids that need money. I hired my Kia. Well, how did you come into my life, Kia? I don't even know how you found me.
My mom came in here.
Your mother came in here.
And then she asked if you needed help.
I needed help.
And then I came in.
How fast was that?
The next day.
The next day, she was working. See, so how you feel getting that money, right? You need that money, huh?
Yes.
So I made sure. What I told you yesterday when you were pouring, I said, I want you need to walk out here with a couple $100 this week, right? Yeah, pour. So eventually you have a youth that are pouring up your product, they're manufacturing your product line, and see, I'm not going to rest until I have about 15, 20 of y'all back there. That's all y'all doing, all day long, pouring, labeling, manufacturing, getting the job done, right? I'm throwing an event next month in the honor of the youth. And it's going to be good. We're going to be giving away food, giving away clothes, teaching entrepreneurship, helping our kids, man, helping our youth, bro. That's what it's all about. When you hire the youth, what happens, it creates wealth for the masses. It creates wealth for the masses, baby. I can't wait. If God says so, I can't wait, Lord. I can't wait to see so many of our youth prospering around, especially America. I'm going to say around the globe, but especially right here in America. Made in the USA. Homebred in the USA. To send our children into the global market and bring back the gold. Absolute, positively going to happen as long as I'm alive and God say so. So remember, distribution, mass distribution leads into the masses. We have to teach more about what is direct marketing. And that's what I'm talking about, just distribution. That's that direct marketing. Direct marketing. 404-286-6700. Direct marketing. With direct marketing, that's where all that language comes in. To be able to communicate. Your communication, my kids' skills are going to get better. Because people are going to start asking you questions. Mm-hmm. You start asking, what are the first things I want to know? You told them the price, right?
Yes.
Did you tell them yet, because we can get there, that they can get in business with you? Mm-hmm. That's the next step. So next time you engage those customers, what you want to do is make them business associates. You would say, listen, it's $5, but I'll give them for you $2.50 if you get a dozen or more. And then you can sell them for $5 and make you a profit. You might want to say $36 a dozen, okay? So when people ask you, how much is that? Say $5, $36 a dozen. Now you're creating a whole different world of mass distribution. Not only now you're selling for one, that's distribution, right? Mm-hmm. Now you're selling 12, 24, 36 at a time. Now you're into mass distribution. Imagine this. You're making $1 of 1,000 bottles a week. How much profit you get? You're making $1 profit off 1,000 pieces a week. How much money you make?
100.
Think about that. You make $1 out of every 1,000 you sell. How much is that? $1,000.
Yeah.
She says she tripping. Hey, you going to school to learn, honey.
Yeah.
And obviously they didn't teach you this part. Mass distribution. You see? Mm-hmm. When if I said that you had $2 into something and you sold it for $5, what's your profit? $3. But as soon as I went to mass distribution, the mind started. See, that's the same thing gonna happen to your money. Your money's gonna increase so fast, it's gonna be hard to keep up with it. A lot of people ain't gonna teach mass distribution. Mm-hmm. Because why? Because they're greedy. Yeah. They want all the money for themselves. If they just get in and made 20, 30, 40% profit off of it, but did it in volume, they make a whole lot more money. Because now you got 20, 30, 40, 50 people out there distributing your products. How many distributors you think I have?
A lot.
See, a lot. There's too many to even count. Yeah. That's where you want to be. You want the people out there selling on your behalf. They're selling on your behalf with your name on it and your phone number. What do you think gonna happen after a while? Your phone gonna start ringing. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they say, oh, I'd like to buy one. You say, well, I don't buy one. I don't sell by the onesies. I'm a mass distributor. You only can buy a dozen or more. They said, well, I want to get in business. Uh-huh. See, the game has to change now. We don't even have time to play with our kids anymore. We don't have the luxury to misinform or disinform our children. We can't misinform. We're misinforming our youth, y'all. The more you educate your youth, I'm talking about even, oh my God, I can't wait to bust into the church, the religious community. Oh, I'm so close. I'm so close. You pastors, y'all got pastors? Oh my God. Start to market towards the youth program, the youth ministries. There's so much wealth in that. We're not even just talking about the money. We're talking about the wealth of knowledge that they have these kids armed and dangerous. That can you imagine how many children, our youth, that we lose to the drug war, the drug cartels, to prostitution, to stupidity, okay? So we're losing our babies, and guess what? And mass distribution. They're putting out so many songs, putting out so many drinks and so many different types of drugs. Look, our kids are dying by synthetic weed. What do they call that stuff?
Spice.
What is ice?
Spice.
Okay, spice? What is that?
It's a synthetic weed.
Okay? Spice, synthetic weed, right? Then we got the, not the crack, but the stuff.
Molly?
No, they call it ice, though. They call, whatever it is. But,
Ecstasy?
what is it?
Ecstasy?
No, it's not ecstasy, but it's this stuff they make with antihistamines and they use ammonias and all this stuff, and they smoke it, they put it on the thing, and they shoot it too. And you know, they had commercials on it about the kid. It said you can see the clean kid.
Oh, man.
Methamphetamine. There it is. And they make this stuff out of so many different toxic chemicals, and they just inject it into it. So we're losing our children to this stuff that when you educate them on how to behave, it's hard, man. It's hard teaching your kids about anything. This is what I say. If you don't know, don't make that excuse. Find somebody that do know. Listen, I talked to my son about sex. I'm teaching about sex and how not to call women, girls, and you got to know what you're doing. So, kids are different, they don't want to hear it, right? So what I did, I put some experts on them. You heard me then. I put on CNBC how they call these young girls in different cities and stuff, and then they go and try to have sex with them, right? And they had a sting set up because these underage girls.
Oh, yeah.
So they got the police waiting for them. They knocking on the door. They feel all comfortable. Predator, how to catch a predator. Go on YouTube and check that out. So I put the pros on them. I said, now how you feel about that now? He said, I don't want to go in jail. So right? You got to be able to, if you don't know, don't let that be an excuse. If you don't know about, your child don't know about business and how to make money, send them to me. I'll teach them. Go on my YouTube. I'll teach them. Then pull up Sir Markadoo, Sir Media Group. Make sure you share. Make sure you share. This information is so important. Make sure you teach people to go on Sir Media Group and go ahead and follow and be a part of the solution and stop being part of the problem. We got so much more communication that we got to get into. We got to communicate. My wife, and I, we're just on this kick now. We're going to have to start communicating more about what is bothering us. When you can't even talk to your boyfriend about really what's bothering you, ever get a chance, do you ever get to a point sometimes you don't even want to say nothing? Mm-hmm. You say, I'm not going to leave it alone. Yeah. That's wrong. Yeah. It's bothering you, bring it up. But I got to go ahead and run. But listen, tomorrow, Saturday, 9 o'clock, live, I'm going to be teaching more about technology, how to use it. I'm going to talk about branding and marketing tomorrow again. I can't get enough of branding, marketing, psychology, simplicity, and duplication. I can't get enough of it. I know that God has a blessing for you. That's by Norman Hutchins. Go on YouTube and pull up Norman Hutchins. Norman, the H-U and the shit pop right up. God has a blessing. God has a blessing for all of us with our name on it. So God bless you. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time. Peace and love. Look at our name.